Layup Lounge members, welcome back to another episode of the Layup Lounge, Season 2, Episode 7. We're back in the lounge. I'm Wayne. I'm here with my host, Roman. I wanted you to say it.
It's Roman back in the cut. You know what I'm saying? We back here in the LL, Episode 7, the Brandon Roy episode. I don't know what to say.
Colin Kaepernick.
I guess it's Season 2, Episode 7, the Jamal Murray episode. But yeah, we are back in the LL and things have been heating up. But someone who has been cooling off is no other than LeBron James Sr. Bronny James Sr. He has not been hooping, to say the least. He actually did hoop tonight, though. I will say, he had a 29-point game tonight. He's like 12 for 18. He actually hit a three-pointer in this one after missing like
19.
Almost 30 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. But are we finally seeing LaWash in the making? Is he starting to become washed? Is he showing his age finally?
I mean, it's just the ups and downs of the season because 2 weeks ago we was talking about how he was the ageless wonder still. He has, 6 triple-doubles on the year or something crazy?
Something like that.
I mean, we can't just, it's the up and downs of the year. We know he's going to coast already. But yeah, 29 points tonight.
In a blowout, though.
Okay.
They're getting blown out. And then Anthony Davis only had like 8 points. Let me get his stat line up. I actually have it right next to me because I knew he was going to talk about
Davis.
Yeah, so Anthony Davis, so he had 12 points on Monday, right? Tonight he had 8 points. He had 8 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, which is, it would be good if he was coming off the bench. It'd be good if you were like Robert Williams or something like that. But you're Anthony Davis.
It's Christmas time. Everybody got kids on. You know, they got family on their mind. Man, it's holiday season.
Man, no, it's December. It's only been like 19. Oh no, it's been like 21 games. How are we not still excited about the season right now? How are we in mid-season form already?
Bro, they're just waiting. We're trying to get through this slump, man. We know it's the ups and downs of the year. It's still early in the season. Once 2025 kicks off, we're going to see the Lakers back in form. Right now, though, they're coasting. This is one of them rough patches.
They're coasting. They lost to one of the worst offensive teams in the league. They gave up 9 threes to, I mean, he's very capable of doing it in Tyler Herro. He had 31 tonight, but it's like, this is the worst offensive team in the league, one of them. So it's just like, how are we losing to that team?
It's the ups and downs of the year, man. Especially when we're older and we're leaning on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It's December, bro. We're good. We're not going to be worrying about this game against Miami Heat
So we can't score
playoff time.
We can't score on Kevin Love. We can't get more than 8 points on Kevin Love.
Anthony Davis got kids. He got wife. You know,
I mean, no, you know it's bad too.
Worry about his people.
No, hold on.
Gotta take care of him. Got to make sure there's presents under the tree. Gotta make sure there's stuff in the stockings.
Because you know it's bad. You know it's bad when they post this is the man you're hating on. It would be like a picture of their family. You see those?
That's the one.
We saw a whole lot of that with Westbrook. They started to do that to Brown now. So it's bad. No, it's very bad in Laker Nation, Lakerland. You know, a wise man once said, Kent Bazemore is available. Or excuse me, Kent Bazemore is ready if needed.
I'm ready if needed.
Is he? Is it time to break that emergency right there? That Swiss Army knife and Kent. What should they do at this point? Like, how do you even move? You know, even I know we're not that far away from the deadline. To be honest, I mean December 15th is where you can start trading new contracts. So we might see moves by then. But it's just like, what do the Lakers do? In order to, you know, not be in this slump like this, because they're only able to beat bad teams pretty much. So they can't beat a good team. What's going on?
I'm calling the Bulls for everybody they got. You know what I'm saying? Who can we have? Can we get Vooch? Can we get Zach? Let's bring Zoe back. I also heard maybe Brandon Ingram's on the market. Let's buy in, bro. Let's go get somebody. I'm buying in from the Lakers. If we have LeBron, Raymond James on the team, our window's open.
I mean, buying in, yes. But who wants a Rui? Rui is probably like your best asset that the Lakers are probably willing to trade. If I'm the Lakers, I'm trying to recoup everything that I got from Anthony Davis. I'm starting from scratch. Bron, it looks like he's retiring after this season. That's what it's looking like, just based off the play. Like, yeah, he's going to have a spurt where he go give you 30 every 5 games. But for one, he shouldn't be doing that. His usage rate is like up there with like Miami Heat days, LeBron. That's how bad this team is right now.
So they're gonna do him like Kobe and pretty much just let him fizzle out with bums around him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, go recoup everything you got for Anthony. Anthony Davis, he had a strong start to the season, but I mean, he's on a little slump, which is cool, but we've seen it and we've talked about it time and time again. When is he ever going to take the keys? When is he ever going to be that guy? And he just has not been that guy since he's been in New Orleans. So I don't know. If he can't become that guy right now while it's needed, I don't think it's ever going to happen, at least in a Laker uniform. So, yeah, it's not going to happen, but
it's crazy.
We're talking about Miami, and I was having this discussion with in my hoop group chat. And, you know, we see Payton Pritchard hooping. He's averaging like a cool 25 these last couple games. So I just wanted to ask you, who would you rather have on your team right now? Who would you take, Tyler Herro or Payton Pritchard? And no, this is not because they're both white males playing good basketball right now. This is because they're just killing right now.
And they both got buzz cuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yes,
it's not because they're both white guys
coming off the bench with buzz cuts.
I mean,
scorers.
But who you taking? Who you taking? You taking Tyler Herro or you taking Payton Pritchard?
Give me Tyler Herro, man. I feel like he's carrying more offensive pressure, more offensive weight. I feel like if you put him in that same scenario or that same situation in Boston, man, there's so many weapons out there. Like Payton Pritchard's kind of he's balling. Not trying to discredit him at all. I've discredited Payton Pritchard a lot in the past. I'm gonna give him his flowers. He's hoping. Shout out to Oregon, our neighbors down south.
Yes, sir.
But you know, at this point, I got to go Tyler Herro. He's primary ball handler. He's the offense for that squad right now. And I don't think Payton Pritchard could carry that same way if the roles were reversed.
I mean,
so therefore, Tyler Herro, put him in Boston. Yeah, eating every night. Maybe it's going to be more than Payton Pritchard. Payton Pritchard in Miami, though, yeah, it's treacherous waters.
I mean, it's definitely treacherous. However, I'll take Payton Pritchard right now just because he's more efficient. I feel like the contract is
Product of the system.
I mean, he is a. You think so?
Product of the system. There's so many scoring options around him. There's so many scoring weapons. The last thing you want to do is worry about Payton Pritchard. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't he be Jalen Brunson?
Hey, maybe
why can't he be Jalen Brunson?
Maybe
he was a role player on Dallas. He gets his own team. He starts killing. Why can't that not be paid? I definitely see that happening for him before I see that happening with Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro, $6 million a year. I think that's his ceiling.
Okay, but what's the age? Like, isn't Tyler Herro younger? So Tyler Herro's like 24?
They got to be similar in age, but regardless, it's just like we got championship pedigree already.
But Payton Pritchard, he wants out too. He requested a trade, didn't he?
He did request. He did.
Or he wanted out.
He soft launched the trade. Definitely did that.
He wants a bigger role because he knows he could hoop.
I mean, but he has that role now. And like you said, he might be thinking about it the same way you are. It's like, if I go to a team where I'm like the focal point of an offense, there's a lot of tension on me, and therefore it's going to be a struggle bus trying to carry a team offensively. But again, I think that his ceiling is higher than Tyler Herro's, and therefore I would probably take him. Because again, I see a lot of Jalen Brunson in that game, offensively anyway, in terms of the ability to score as a small guard. And I would eventually like to see him on a different team, but his contract is too healthy to pass up right now. To just give up on right now. So I think he's gonna be a Boston Celtic for a very long time. Did you have anything on the current NBA before I move on to a game that I have?
Current NBA wise, I kind of just wanted to talk about ESPN released their top 25 under 25.
Okay.
And it was talking about some of the best players, some of the best young talent that we have in our current NBA.
Yeah.
And I just want you to look at this roster real quick. We'll have it up on the screen for the people at home. And I want you to tell me, who is your top 5 out of this 25? Give me your top 5 players and why you disagree with this list or why you don't.
Actually, no, I can. Number 1 is Wemby for sure. Oh, actually, this is. See, if I start naming names, it might sound biased.
Do as you do. No, go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. It might be Paolo 1, LaMelo 2, Anthony Edwards 3, Wemby 4. And then that 5th spot, I might put Kate at 5. Wagner is definitely too high on this list, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 4 is crazy. He's not better than Chet.
And they're considering all things, age, potential, Already what you've done in the league, everything.
Wagner's not better than LaMelo Ball. That is crazy. Wagner at 4 is ridiculous. I don't know what. That's insane. Zion at 16. I know he's out of shape, but come on. He's got to be in top 10 still. Cade Cunningham definitely deserves some love. I feel like I know that Detroit is the gulag, but at the end of the day, he's hooping. LaMelo Ball is the best guard in the NBA, in my opinion.
Haliburton is entirely too high. That's one of my biggest issues right here.
So how do you feel about Tyrese Haliburton right now? Because, I mean, he was definitely talked as one of the best point guards in the league last year, if not the best, arguably the best. And he is nowhere near that coming into this year. So how do you feel about him now?
I mean, for me, he's kind of always been a fringe. Last year, his come out year, it was just like, okay, he's fresh on the scene. Who's Tyrese Haliburton? This is his team in Indiana now. What are we doing? What's the energy? What's the vibes? And it was like, is he the next Steph Curry? I don't know. He can pass. I don't know, he could shoot. He can create.
Who was saying that?
He's skipping down court. It was fun. The energy was there.
He said it was fun.
It was fun. I was really buying in. I don't know. I was like, maybe I could be an Indiana fan. Shout out Gary. But
shout out Gary.
However, this year it's been a flip of the coin. I mean, he's sorry this year. He's buns.
Well,
I could name. There's so many point guards I'd rather take over him this year.
Okay, well, we can name them. You take.
Hold on, just entirely on this list. On this list alone, let's just talk about
we
point guards.
We could talk about the list.
Point guards. I'll take Maxey.
Okay.
I'll take Scotty Barnes since he's I'm listening to him as well. He's a point. I mean, he's LaMelo, Cade, Garland.
That I don't know.
You're not taking Darius Garland over him? Yes.
No, I'm not. No.
I think if Darius,
you still got to respect Tyrese. I mean, he still has he's definitely a better playmaker than Darius Garland. He's a taller guard. I'm counting on rebounds there as well. You telling me
what can't DG do though? I can run an offense.
I will promise you, if the Cavs had Tyrese instead of Darius Garland, they'd be significantly better. And the fact that I'm saying that when they're like, I don't know, they only lost like 3 or 4 games at this point, they'd be significantly better.
Tyrese would not have to score. He'd be happy passing to Donovan Mitchell.
And that's how good of a player he is. He can affect the game in different ways. He don't got it. I mean, if it gets to that point, it's just like
that's the same reason they had him on Team USA. And we saw how that played out. They got him out there to affect the game and he played 1 minute. But you know what?
I mean, but you're with LeBron. You're sitting behind LeBron, Steph, AE. Jason Tatum didn't even get to play. So, I mean, not the minutes that he was distributed at Team USA shouldn't, be a factor in this discussion, really.
But you're acting like he's the most profound. You're saying he's one of the best playmakers. He can change the game in so many different ways. Yeah. That was true. He should have been out on the court. He should have been on the floor.
I mean, that's a Steve Kerr issue. And we've seen it. Again, Jason Tatum has borderline been playing like an MVP caliber player, and he got DNPs out there in Paris.
That was personal. So, that was a personal strike.
How was it personal?
No, I'm talking about Steve Kerr on.
Oh, yeah. No. But no, Wemby, I don't think he's the best player under 25. He has the highest ceiling for sure. But right now, no, he's not better than Paolo. He's not better than AE. He's not better than Melo. He's not, I don't know.
I think at this point,
with Cade,
based on what we've seen, I think it's still safe to take PZ at 1. I think P5... he's shown the most consistent progression each year out of anybody on this list in terms of year 1, rookie of the year. That's a major step. Year 2, all-star, almost all NBA, like fringe all NBA. I had a lot of votes. I should have been all NBA in a lot of cases. Year 3, I came out on fire, hair on fire, 50-point game, looking like the best player in the NBA. Injury. So, I mean, like at this point, up until that injury, we were on a trajectory unlike some we've seen in a long time. We saw the LeBron comparisons, Carmelo.
All NBA.
Yeah, he was on a different level. So, I mean, if we're talking about just consistency and safety, it's P5 in my opinion. Wemby's kind of just like it's a wish. You know what I'm saying? He has the highest, we've never seen.
Wemby might have the highest ceiling of all time. Because he's a guard and he's 7'6", bro. Like, we haven't seen anything like it. Like, if he really fulfills his potential, he could be the best player of all time. He could.
But at the same time, who do you want to take the last shot? Who's going to be your closer? Is Wemby just a good number 2? Is Wemby like a solid 2 on a great
number 2?
Wemby a great number 2?
It's hard to say right now because he's still, what is this, his second
season?
Second season? I mean, It's really hard to say. You can't really put that on him right now. But yeah, no, Paolo's definitely.
P5 is unquestionably, if he's on a championship team, he would be the one. There's no question. He, like you said, he affects the game that positively in so many different ways. Wemby, he could just be in the rim protector on a championship team. We never know.
The Lakers call up Orlando, and they're like, we got Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr. He's not happy here anymore. He's just got to go. And on top of that, I think a new scenery would do him justice.
Don't say what I think you're about to say.
If you're the Orlando Magic, do you even hear what they got to say? Because you already know what's going, what they're calling for, right? Are you trading Anthony Davis for Paolo?
Absolutely not. And no. Now, this is where we start talking business. Franz is expendable at this point. If we're getting Anthony Davis back, we can give up Franz.
Well, yeah.
I'll give up Franz, Jonathan Isaac. You give us back.
You're thinking from the Magic standpoint. Like, yeah. I'm not giving up Paolo's but I would want. So you would want Anthony Davis next to Paolo?
Yes. Okay. With P5 on our team, we have a window already. Like, we have a window right now. He led us to the playoffs, game 7 against the Cavs. We have a window. Why not go get Anthony Davis?
You have to scrap the whole team. Franz being the center. I mean, he's hooping right now. They're calling him an all-star. I think it's too early. But he has been hooping. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, for sure. But you wouldn't trade.
We attach like a first, Franz, Jonathan Isaac.
Cole Anthony can go.
Oh yeah,
Anthony Black can probably go.
No,
too.
whoever you want. Yeah,
except for Paolo. Everybody.
Paolo, Suggs, and I want who else? We got to pick one.
They would probably if it was just Franz and Suggs and then like a boatload of picks for Anthony Davis. Would you do that?
Suggs is untouchable.
That's not true.
Suggs is our championship point guard. I promise
Suggs is untouchable.
Suggs is our championship point.
He is a nice player. But right now, he's probably your third best player on your team. We can trade the third best player on the team.
Okay, you don't trade an all defensive player. You don't trade an all defensive player that's fully bought in. You don't trade an all defensive player.
We're trading for another one.
Okay.
We're trading for another one.
Okay, but at the wing position, you can give
Anthony Davis, go. He wants to, but he don't even want to be a center. Go play the wing.
Okay, there's so many other pieces we could give up instead of Suggs, though. Suggs and P5 are that's 1 and 2 to me.
Suggs is not going to hold me back from matching Paolo and Anthony Davis. We can figure out the rest later. We can go out and try to go get a Dennis Schroeder. I mean, not defensive wise. TJ McConnell maybe. We can go.
No, there's other moves.
There's ways to work around. There's a void. You can fill the void.
But I'm saying if we were talking a deal this big for Anthony Davis, there's going to be other ways to work around a Suggs. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're not getting no Suggs. We'll give you Franz, a first, Anthony Black, Jet. Who else you want? You know what I'm saying? Take all our young pieces. Take them. You're not taking Suggs.
Is there a point where Orlando needs to start thinking big picture?
100%.
Where they need to go all in on somebody? Or do you think that this team as structured can develop into a championship contender on its own without making moves, or do they need to make a move for that to jumpstart?
I think right now in today's NBA, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. I mean, we see how often players move. We see how the loyalty is in today's game. People say I'm here, out the door the next day, requesting trades, trying to hook up. Excuse me, pause. Trying to play with their homies, like even that sounds crazy. Trying to link up, trying to hoop with their homies. You know what I'm saying? In free agency, like we know how the game is today. So I'm saying if you have a championship window, you have to maximize it. And I think the Magic at this point, we let this young team rock out this year. Like we saw last year. Okay, cool. We got our feet wet in the playoffs. Solid. This year, we have to take another step. We got to make it to the conference championship.
They need a guard though.
But this year, if we don't make it to the conference finals,
we're blowing it up. Franz is out of there.
Franz is gone if we don't make it to the conference finals.
You can say the same thing about Jaylen Suggs though. Everybody is expendable except for Paolo.
Fair.
Like literally.
Fair.
Like I get what you're saying though.
No, yeah.
I get what you're saying with Suggs. It's like the deal would have to be really.
It's harder to find another Suggs than it is a Franz, in my opinion.
Like I would fire if I'm the owner of the Orlando Magic, I would fire the GM if there was something on the table to where we could get a talent like Anthony Davis and Jaylen Suggs is the reason why you're not going to do it.
No, yeah, for sure.
If that's the holdup, I'm like, I'll give him KCP. You have both of them. You want KCP? You have them. We knew he wasn't going to be that good in the Orlando Magic uniform. He hasn't been because, like, playing with Jokic is a different gravity, man. It's a different gravity. I mean, P5, he's not, he's not the playmaker that Jokic is. He's not the three-point shooter. He can be on some nights. We saw the 50-point game. Hot. He can be, and he's only in his third season, so it's only up from here. But, at the same time, it's like, man, everybody's expendable, bro, except for your franchise guys. I would like to see, because that could be the makeup for what, Boogie and AD could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have seen. Like, I like that. I like that move for Orlando. I like what's going on there. Have you caught up with Milwaukee basketball lately?
Some things turn around. I've seen that. I think that they've been on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, despite that nasty coaching duo that they got down there, they're starting to figure it out. I don't believe in them going into the postseason. I mean, I want it so bad. I want Damian Lillard to win a ring so bad, but I just can't see it. I can see him going ringless at the end of his career. I mean,
it's realistic at this point. I mean, he's past his prime.
He's 30. He's 34 right now. I mean, he's a good player, but
he's past his prime. He's a good player, but he is not.
He's not a
Damian Lillard of 3 years ago.
But look, he's not a 2. He's not a second. Like,
no.
You've been the first option. Being the first option for that long in your life, not even just your NBA career. He's been the number one option in it for his entire life. And for the first time it started at when he was like 33 years old, going to a different situation. That was probably one of the first times he had to be the second option. That was a life-altering move that he did by requesting the trade and going to Milwaukee. Because like we said before, in Miami, he would have been the number one option still. So it's just like playing, it sounded nice, but he's a number one at heart. And I think that he'll thrive in a number one spot for at least the remaining of his prime. Like, if he was to get traded right now, he'd have like a solid 2 to 3 years left before he's in Chris Paul territory, where he's just like, I want to hoop for the love of the game.
For the love of ball.
Because there's no reason why CP3 should be in San Antonio. He shouldn't be a resident there for any reason. Like, why? Like, why?
It's year 20 for him, isn't it?
Right. Like, if you're not hooping for a ring, bro, just hang him up, bro. You could be a coach. You have the same impact as a coach than you are just being out there. Stephon Castle needs some run. Wemby needs players that he's going to grow with throughout his career. Chris Paul is going to be OKC type of year for Chris Paul. So I don't know.
This is a Tony Parker on the Hornets year for Chris
Paul. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's been like that since OKC.
We're gonna be like, that's right. He played for the Spurs, bro. He played for everybody.
No, he
played for the Hornets, the Suns, the Clippers, the Warriors.
No, it's ugly. You got
the Rockets. Who else does Chris Paul play for? He played for everybody.
The Golden State one was nasty.
That's disgusting. Forget about that.
I'm trying to think about it. And man,
this is not current NBA, but just
we talking
something to yap about real quick.
Yeah.
I have 5 Celtic shooting guards for you. I want you to rank these shooting guards.
We're going back to Boston?
We're going back to Boston.
Going back to Boston?
Boston is where it's at right now. Boston won the championship. Boston has a lot of championship level players, a lot of players with a lot of hardware.
The Boston fans going to have smoke with me by
oh, God. No, they were hot. There's a lot of controversy in Boston, though. You know what I'm saying? And they got great players. There's been a lot of good players.
Okay. Yeah.
But we're talking about Boston 2 guards.
Okay.
I want to know, out of these 5 Boston Celtics shooting guards, rank them as Celtics, their career as Boston Celtics.
Strictly as Celtics, people.
Strictly as Celtics. Do not consider any other team.
Their career.
Yeah, their time as Celtics.
Okay.
As they were Celtics.
I'm locked in.
Ray Allen, Avery Bradley, Jaylen Brown,
okay,
Tony Allen, Eddie House. There's that list.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me.
There's that list for you.
Well, Avery Bradley. Ooh, it's a toss up between Avery Bradley and Eddie House at number 5. Man, you know what? I got to put Avery Bradley there just because he don't got the hardware. I'll consider hardware for that one because I feel like they're probably just as good, but. Celtics.
But people consider Avery Bradley like one of the hardest, the greatest defenders in the league.
That's
cool.
He's
one of the most slept on defenders in
again,
history.
That's something that has been, for the totality of his career. We're talking about Boston. He's done that everywhere. Eddie House, at least, he'll hit an open jumper, like you said. So for the sake of this, I'll put Avery Bradley's at 5. Eddie House is at 4. Tony Allen's at 3. You try to set me up. Ray Allen's at 2. Jaylen Brown's at 1. We're talking about a Finals MVP.
That's
I
right,
mean, it's hard to say because he's made a lot. Ray Allen's made a lot of history as a Boston Celtic. That's where he really became the catch and shoot god. Like, I mean, again, like I said, he was like more of a complete player when he was in Seattle and Milwaukee, but he really thrived in the catch and shoot. He was the poster child for catch and shoot players. Like, it started with, like, when we talk about the best catch and shoot player of all time, it's like Ray Allen.
So Jaylen Brown's a better player than Ray Allen?
But we're talking about just Boston, though.
Well,
He's a better Boston Celtic. Yes.
No, for sure. But then at that point, let's talk about Jaylen Brown's peak versus Ray Allen's peak. You're saying he's a better player.
I mean,
I'm just saying you're saying he's a better player.
Just in general, we talk about Boston Celtics, though.
No, you were talking about Boston Celtics.
Yes, he's a better player. Yes, he was a better player than Ray Allen. Yes, in Boston, he's a better player than Ray Allen. Yes, he's a better player than Ray Allen. Only one of them was won Finals MVP.
We got him.
What? No, is that? I'm like, hold on. And this is with the team in
Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Because I'm like, think about it. He's played. I'm about to say something crazy. Here, you can hold this. Jaylen Brown was playing next to a better player than what Ray Allen was playing next to.
That's true. Actually, that's a toss-up, bro.
Because KG was there too. But KG was older.
Paul Pierce is better than Jason Tatum. On God, he is. The truth. You give me the truth or Jason Tatum, I'll take the truth.
Hate that team. That's the most overrated basketball team of all time. And on top of that, it's the truth.
I'll take the truth.
Right now, I think at the end of their career, we're going to have a totally different conversation. Like, I don't see Jason Tatum. I mean, we're talking about Boston, but just as a player in general, like, I don't see Jason Tatum going to the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to the Clippers at the end of his career. I can see Jason Tatum being a Celtic for life.
Celtic,
like, I don't see him anywhere else. They're trading Jaylen Brown before they trade Jason Tatum.
Oh God,
because he's a better player than Jaylen Brown. But
that's not. Oh yeah.
No, yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's valued more just because, you know, that archetype. We talk about it all the time. The 6'9", 6'10",
do it all. Ball handle, score.
The long wing, like those type of players, like those are sought after in this NBA. And I think I don't see that dying down anytime. Like, you want the Kevin Durant build, you know, and he has that structure. So, but yeah, Jaylen Brown over Ray Allen as a Celtic. But if we're talking about just as basketball players, just the totality of careers, I'll probably take Ray Allen. But he's not the defender as Jaylen Brown. So it's really I wouldn't be mad if anybody, you know, either way. I feel like it's just preference at that point. Do you value offense or defense more? Because offensively, Ray Allen was a number one on certain teams. Jaylen Brown, he's number one at time. Like, Ray Allen was the, like, clear-cut number one on some teams. Like, Jaylen Brown, like, yes, he might have been number one on this last championship team that they had. I mean, he won Finals MVP, but I don't think he's a clear-cut number one on that team. So, yeah, I got Jaylen Brown on top of that list. Okay. As Celtics.
Boston.
I got a game for you. This is actually a classic game. I didn't make this game up, but I thought it'd be interesting just because I love watching this game on TNT, Shaq and them boys.
Who he played for?
We are playing who he played for.
Who he played for. Here we go.
Cue the theme music.
Who he played for.
I got 5 players. I think it's usually 5.
I'm Chuck.
And I just need you, to guess who they play for.
Who he played for.
We're gonna start off easy. Who does Corey Joseph play for?
Does Corey Joseph play for the Warriors?
Is that your final guess?
I don't really think. He played for the Warriors last year.
Okay. All right. Oh, wait. I thought this was going to be an easy one.
Where does he play?
I swear we talked about this last episode. Or maybe we talked about this season. Okay. That doesn't really.
No, because I can see him in the jersey. I see him. East or West?
Oh, nah, man. Come on. You got to give me a final answer.
He's a Wizard.
That's your final answer?
It's my final answer.
He's an Orlando Magic.
Oh, no way. Yeah. Why? Okay, so who has he played for, though? He played for everybody.
He's played for everybody. 0 for 1. Next player, Shake Milton. Who does Shake Milton play for? Hey, man.
Where's Shake at, man? Because he got traded and then he got cut. So who picked him up? Shake Milton played for Phoenix.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
He plays for the Brooklyn Nets.
When did they pick him up?
I don't know. I was honestly I was actually scrolling through rosters just trying to pick random players that you probably know. I don't know when he went to the Nets. I don't know when he went to the Nets.
Oh my God.
The next player. You might be able to get this one.
Here we go.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
Oh, yes.
Who does Taylor Horton
Chicago.
Tucker play? Yes, that is correct.
Come on.
I should have put that first. I thought you'd get Corey Joseph.
Hey.
Who does Isaiah Wong play for?
Who? Wong? Spell his last name.
W-O-N-G.
The Pacers.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
He plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
Who is that? He's not on the roster.
Oh, he was the last man on the roster.
He's not on. Wait, who? No, Isaiah
He was the
Wong.
He was the last man on the roster.
Chinese homie?
I don't know.
What?
He's mixed with something. It might be a Patrick Chung situation.
That's nuts. Not Isaiah. Not Wong.
Man, the last person on this list that I got, we got Ty Washington. Who does Ty Washington play for? I will say he probably gets DNPs as well.
No, for sure. Where is he? Milwaukee.
Is that your final answer?
He was there last year. I don't think he's there this year. Still there. Ty Washington, Milwaukee.
He's a Phoenix Sun.
So this is third year, 3 teams?
Yeah, because he was
second year, 3 teams.
Because he was in Houston,
He got
Milwaukee.
traded rookie year, didn't he? Or no?
Yeah. So or he just got let go because he was in Houston. He was in Milwaukee.
Dame scored 70 on him. They said, yeah, that's not going to work here. 1 for 5 is vicious work.
1 for 5 is indeed vicious. Wait, let me just get a light one. Who does J Huff play for?
Memphis.
Okay, there you go. That is going to be who he played for. The LL
Ended on a positive
edition.
note. Ended on a dub. Ended on a dub.
The LL edition of who he played for. He said Isaiah Wong.
I was like, no way.
I seen that. I was like, he's not getting this.
That's crazy. So, man, happy Blue Friday here in the LLs, man. Go Seahawks. This week, the Seahawks are matched up with the Arizona Cardinals. We recently played the Cardinals. It was a pretty good matchup. The Seahawks got the upper hand. This go around though, I don't know how I'm feeling, man. I feel like the Cardinals might get it done.
You don't trust Geno.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure how I'm feeling.
Hold on, but you said he was a great quarterback. Why are we not trusting Geno and his capabilities to lead a team to a victory?
No, 100%, man. You know, we're going to Arizona where, you know, it's like every time we play there, it's weird vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what's going to happen. But I just want to also let you know I'm 100% lying. We're going to go down to Arizona, and I think we're going to win by 40. I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I think this is the best Seahawk team we've seen since the Super Bowl era. Matter of fact, Mike McDonald, I want a Big Mac. I'm fully bought in on this McDonald scheme. I'm fully bought in on this McDonald program. Gene Wick, Geno Smith. Jackson Smith, my ninja. We got Spoon. We got the Big Cat hooping. Bruh, this is the greatest Seahawk team we've seen in a long time. And this is not some recency bias. I'm fully bought in. Defense is looking outstanding. We have a dominant defense yet again. Maybe not completely dominant, but we're hitting our stride. Spoon is back in midseason form. He heard the call out on the LLs a couple weeks ago. Big Cat, Defensive Player of the Week. We got Kobe Bean Bryant. Not Kobe Bean, but, you know, we got Kobe Bryant on the team doing his thing. Defensive Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. We got back-to-back NFC Defensive Players of the Week in Seattle.
We got Adrian Peterson lookalike and Kenneth
Walker.
Yeah.
That's the biggest question mark right now is the O-line, but even they've tried to pick it up a little bit. And Gene Wick, Geno Smith, number 7, bruh. No matter what they say, don't write back, Geno. Keep not writing back.
You're going to mention everybody except for DK and Tyler Lockett?
Okay. DeKalen is I have mixed signals with DeKalen, but right now, he's that guy, bro.
Okay, all right. So how you going to just not mention him in that little rant of yours? And second of all, you said they're winning the Super Bowl or they're going to the Super Bowl?
We're winning the Super Bowl.
Okay. Why do I have to ask you this every episode? Is Patrick Mahomes alive and well and breathing? I gotta ask you that every episode. Every time we talk about Super Bowl, this Super Bowl, that with the Seahawks, or pretty much any other team, really, it's like, is Patrick Mahomes still there?
Hey, bro, all I know is I'm not care. I don't care about Patrick Mahomes, bro.
And if Geno could get past the Chiefs in some way, shape, or form, or somehow duck him, right? Is he better quarterback than Lamar Jackson? Because he can't even go through the Chiefs right now.
I could tell you who could make the better throws. I could tell you who could throw the ball down the field better. Who could make the necessary strikes when the game matters.
Lamar Jackson is
for sure.
Heels better than
Lamar Jackson is the better player. But in terms of, okay, we need to fire the ball down the field to DeKalin Metcalf. Put the ball on a frozen rope to Jackson Smith, my ninja.
How about give me somebody who, who's it? Rashad Bateman? Is that his wide receiver?
They traded for Deontay Johnson and suspended him today. So, if you want receiver help, don't suspend him or trade for the right receiver. Do your homework on the people you trade for. They traded for the wrong receiver and had to suspend him now for something detrimental to the team. So, what is he doing?
Everybody does stuff every day, bro. I mean, we saw that hit on Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that was vicious.
On another angle, it didn't look that late. It was pretty vicious regardless, but I mean, he could have hopped over him, but it was like I don't know. It was bad. He did the Tua after.
The Cardinals though, they not hanging with us.
No, I mean our division is boo boo cheeks, so it's
and Buda Baker is going to retire soon. So we could just go ahead and hang those cleats up.
That's a Utah legend, and
that's a Bellevue legend as well. But it's talking about Bellevue as well. I got O'Day and Foe, so that's another on that ass right there.
See, you know what? No, that's not my alma mater, but
Leo, make it happen.
So I'm gonna say
Leo, make it happen.
Dang, man, I wish we didn't talk about
O'Day clears Bellevue.
No, hey, they do.
Buda Baker's trash.
No, hold on. Before we get out of here, it sounded like you were signing off.
No, I was signing off. I was trying to get the last minute.
No. Man, and it sucks that we talked about this before the show, because this would have been a genuine surprise. But Jewel Loyd, sad day in Seattle. She requested a trade after almost a decade. If not, she might have been here for 10 years. She might hit that 10-year mark as a Seattle Storm. This is a big hit in Seattle sports. She's one of the legends. She got 2 rings, I believe. But this might be great for the Nika Hive. Just talk about what this trade means for you as the Nika Hive leader, and just what does this mean for Seattle Storm basketball going forward?
I mean, obviously, we want the Gold Mama back in the town. You've done so much for our city. You've been a part of a lot of great moments here. You've been here for a long time. This is home for you. This is a part of your journey.
Super disciple.
That's what I'm saying. Why leave? You know what I'm saying? We were fully bought in on the Jewel Loyd. But
we got a facility for you.
But to counter that point, yes, I am full Mule Hive bought in. If Jewel Loyd does want to, explore different options, do so, please. We have Nika Mule in the pipeline, Neon full recovery mode in the facility every day. That's rehab, Seattle every day, working, eating healthy, working, ready to go. Surgery done, scars healed, brace on, ready to go. Mule Hive, stand up. I'm ready. Nika, I'm getting my jersey. Nika, I need you to send me a jersey and sign it.
We need the shirt, the free Nika shirt. We still need it. And she need to be a guest on the LL, bro. That is going to happen.
Because she's cool people too, man. I met you at the convention. Put the Nika picture up. I know, put the picture up. I'm going to post a picture on the gram soon. It's going to one of my photo dumps in February. It's lined up. So that'll be up there soon.
Come on.
But it's lined up.
Come on.
I was like, it got to be a great photo dump.
Yeah.
But, shout out to Mule Hive, man. Nika Mule, get healthy. Jewel Loyd, come back. Don't do this. I read the reports, too. Is Skylar Diggins a locker room cancer?
I mean, the fact that you wanted to slap not just a franchise GOAT, but the GOAT in Diana Taurasi. The fact that you wanted to throw hands on the sideline, ironically, I think it was in Seattle. It might have been in Seattle. We might have to check that. I think that fight was in Seattle when they're Phoenix Mercury players. They're saying that she was a problem there. She took her problems, her talents and her problems to Seattle. They're saying that the coaching was toxic. Jewel Loyd, listen, You want to get rid of the coach? We can get rid of the coach. Skylar Diggins, she's washed anyway, bro. Like we don't need her on the team because if you really want to stay,
like look at it from that standpoint, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Like you bring in someone you played college hoop with, so supposed to be one of your girls. Like
we brought her in for you.
That's what I'm saying. We brought her.
You want to leave?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make no sense.
We done everything. We gave you the contract that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You wanted certain, but we gave you Nneka Ogwumike and we gave you Scott. Those were two of the best players.
What Beyonce say? Let me cater to you.
That's what we were doing. We gave you the keys. We threw you the keys, and you're trying to throw the keys back. But throw them to Nika, because I think that she's gonna be our Sue Bird.
New knee.
That's what I'm saying. New knee. Give her number 10.
I'll give her my knee.
Let Nika unretire 10 for Nika.
That's crazy. That's no.
No. Unretire 10 for her.
No, because Sue Bird picked her number. That was the one thing. Sue Bird's like, yeah, you can't get to 10, but you get. She said, yeah, you can't get that. You get the what she won. I think she won.
If she gives us a ring, she should just have the option. Be like, let me get number 10.
I'm retired at 10.
Yeah.
The 1-0. No, it's big. It's big. Mule Hive though. We still got her in the facility.
Where's Drew Loyd gonna go though? I want to see her in Indiana.
The Liberty.
Nah, hell no. They want a chip. Go to
Las Vegas.
Go to Minnesota.
Whoa, no, they'd be disgusting.
Go to Minnesota, run it back, bring her into Minnesota. Oh, Vegas. Her and Asia Wilson.
Get her to Vegas. Get her to Indiana, though. Just the nastiest backcourt. It's the Splash Brothers, too. It's the Splash Brothers,
and while we're talking about that, man, put Kysa Ray back. What's her name?
Ray?
Yeah, get her back in the league somewhere. I mean...
Yeah, please. Please get her back in the league.
She can hoop for real.
Layup lines.
So, I mean, Nika was doing the same thing at this. I mean, unfortunately.
No, she was. It's early though. You know, what's her name? Kaiser is like a journey woman.
That's for the WNBA. That is insane. You know how she's not a real hooper though. She won't even go to Europe and go hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like she's pulling the LiAngelo Ball.
Did you see that interview?
Well, we can talk about that, bro. Because it's just like Lonzo was trying to be a real brother. You know what I'm saying? Like real as hell. LiAngelo already got his opportunity with the Charlotte G League team. They tried to pull the Thanasty. They tried to pull the Bronny James over there, and it didn't work. But if you really love hoop, you go to Europe. Like,
oh God!
Like go be a star in Europe,
and that's obviously a conversation they've had a bunch of times because you heard the way Lonzo was talking about it. It was kind of like a matter of fact.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
I told you to go overseas, and why didn't you do that? Like, okay, like, but Jello's just like, bro, it's a pride thing. Like, literally, if you go overseas and score 50, like, make your bread.
So he'd rather not hoop.
So I'm saying it's not even about the money at this point. It's just for your own, like, bro, hoop. Like that would be so cool to just play pro.
He's better than Thanasis, bro.
100%. He actually has basketball skill. It's the physicals that are hurting.
Is he better than Bronny?
Yes.
LiAngelo's better than Bronny.
He's a more polished scorer. He's a more polished scorer.
He was being spoon-fed a bunch of threes in high school.
Okay, he's a more polished scorer. If you roll the ball out, go give me two. Hey, who are you choosing? LiAngelo Ball or Bronny James? Roll the ball out, go give me two. Who are you choosing right now?
2 or 3?
A bucket. Just go give me a bucket. We're playing.
I'll give it to LiAngelo probably just because he'll probably big body. Like
they're playing one-on-one. LiAngelo Ball, Bronny James. Who you got? This is a great one.
If they're playing one-on-one?
One-on-one. Make it take it after 3 to 11.
I ain't gonna disrespect my GOAT, Bronny James. I don't know. Only one has played in the NBA. Past the Summer League. Past the G League.
Okay. One has 28 in the G League, though. Jello scored almost 30.
I look up those stats. I don't really?
Yes. His career high in the G is almost 30.
And didn't play a lick of basketball after that. They said he DMP'd him for 6 games. They tried to hold him. So you think the glasses thing was a real... So him not going to college, I mean, he did until the whole glasses situation. You think that ruined his NBA career? Or his basketball career, I guess? He didn't even make it to the NBA. You think that... Or he just legitimately wasn't good?
It's not good enough.
Because LaMelo did the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. If you're good enough, they're going to find a way for you to get... If you're that much of a game changer... It does not.
Because Ryan Rollins stole from Target and he's still a Milwaukee Buck. So
that's what I'm saying.
He's still in the league.
If you're that much of a bro, the domestic violence stuff, not to name no names, but all the DV stuff that be going on in the league.
Right.
Dudes take 1 year break. Bridges. come back, and it said like nothing happened. That's what I'm saying. Like
KP were hooped in the slums of Greece.
And guess what? Those two are talented enough. They got enough basketball moxie.
The allegation.
Yeah,
they said we need to see a video before we actually like
come on the roster.
Like that's crazy.
We got a spot for you on the 12. On the 12-man roster that we want to represent our organization. We have a spot for you.
Got anything else?
No. Our XXXTentacion interview drops tomorrow. So
man, shout out to Nika again, just because they gonna free her. I mean, it's unfortunate that she's coming back from an injury, but I mean, this is open up a spot for her.
It's unfortunate that she even had to go overseas and play. It's unfortunate that there's a major wage gap from the WNBA to the NBA. It's unfortunate. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
can't do that.
It is
Fix
unfortunate. Caitlin Clark, please, if you can hear us, Caitlin Clark, please save us. You know.
Please save us.
And that's
please save us, Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese, please save us.
Angel Reese, please save us.
Make a layup. Oh. Well, that's going to do it for the LL. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. There's a lot of comments. If you want to throw yourself out there and, debate one of us, we are keyboard warriors ourselves. So if we say the right comments.
Hide your baby mama.
And we'll
make sure she's good looking. If not, hey, I'm on there.
Oh, yeah, we're on.
I'm on there.
Hey,
come correct.
If your account is public,
come correct.
You better come correct.
I'm correct.
Bronny James is better than LeBron.
Because I'm not talking anything sports related. I'm come personal life first.